when this game was submitted, I was very curious. It's the first time I'd seen the run, and I think there might be some interesting boss tech that we'll get to see live this year. Feel free to jump in, by the way, Glitch-san, if you want to add something to.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm just seeing a way if I can maybe pull up the schedule for everyone to see as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right after that, we've got this year. We have we'd like to highlight our communities at Anime Speedrun's Discord and the whole community in general. And this time at Anime Speedruns Festival 2023, the main community that we want to highlight, one of the main communities, is the Sword Art Online community. They've done amazing things with their games. I mean, pretty much across the board, the routes, the timing, the strats for these games have changed drastically, to the point where we knew that you know we had to have a special block for them. Sword Art Online is a very popular series, and I think that with the release of Alicization, maybe that brought a lot of like new runners and old runners together again. So it was really awesome to see just this community pop off in the Discord. So right after the discussion block, that's going to be managed by Artsan, and I'm not going to spoil who's going to be showing up just yet. We've got Sensei Godson, who's running Sword Art Online Alicization Licorice. And I'm sorry if I said that wrong. So they're doing a chapter 1. The game is incredibly long, so they just wanted to show off the chapter 1 any % light mode, optimal mode. So definitely check it out. And right after that, we've got Fatal Bullet being run, and this Sword Online game is run by Ebony Zero. So this also had a lot of routing done, and I think for all the runs, if you want to learn a lot about the Sword Art Online games, even just from a casual perspective, it's really worth tuning in and picking up some notes, just to like find strategies and the combinations that work just for casual play if you want. But even for hardcore gamers, you're going to get a lot out of this, because these are the best Sword Art Online runners in the world.
Yeah, they've put a lot of effort into routing and optimizing these games in the past year or so. It's kind of been like a renaissance of Sword Art gaming. Nylan, Sensei, Ebony, Sharky, so many people have gotten together to actually, put a lot of effort and grind into these games. So it's going to be really hyped to see everybody showing off what has been developed over the past year.
And then after that, we've got Toaru, Majutsu no Index, and this is run by Final.
はい、ありがとうございます。
And this was a game
今日のですね、10時頃からですね、今回アニメスピードランドフェスティバル始まります。皆さん、ぜひですね、お楽しみにというか、始まるんでね、ぜひ楽しんでみてください。で、今話されているお話が、今回の ASF2023 の概要とイントロですね。スケジュールとかの話されてるかと思います。
This is a must-see in the marathon. Don't miss it. They're all must-sees. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to repeat myself, but really just this year's list is it's too good.
Yeah, we have a huge variety this year.
Yeah, really, really big variety.
今回ですね、そうですね。
Maybe in the past there might have been a little bit of a lean on
今回楽しみにしてるゲームとか、ワールドレコードを獲得できそうなランナーについてとか、なんか今回のイベントで変化が最もあるようなランナーだったりとか、今回の初めてスピードランされるタイトルとか話をされているということです。はい。で、開始がちょっとそうですね。
Just a quick shout out, by the way. One of the best.
10時からとなってるんで、まあ、このまま
in the world.
イントロ聞きつつですね、皆さんもどんなタイトル楽しみにしてるとかっていうのがあったらですね、ぜひですね、書いてくれてると嬉しいです。で、今回、解説の方もね、募集しておりますので、ぜひ、このアニメの作品知ってるから喋れるとか、これやったことあるから、ちょっと話せるわっていう方がいたらですね、ぜひ、解説者の応募の方をお願いします。司会の方もですね、解説者いないタイトルはですね、ちょっとわからないってこともありますので、ぜひですね、皆様のお力をぜひお貸しください。で、そうですね、最初のワンピースオデッセイが最近発売されたタイトルのゲームなんですけど、まあ、6時間6時間あるんで、割とね、最初から見るの大変かもしれないですけど、ぜひね、楽しみに見てください。
Honestly, is going to have some insane tech that showed off. I got a little bit of a sneak peek. I got spoiled. Some of the people in the Discord might have got spoiled, but it's if you haven't seen the full run, this is the event to see it at.
そうですね。まあ。
After that, we've got the ASF Dragon Ball highlight reel. This is a mini event
土曜からですね。
last year. I
土
just want
曜
to
か
show
ら
off some cool things.
12日からかな。
Didn't check out
15日まで
the Dragon Ball mini event? Well, this is your chance to get a quick
行われるので、
a quick run through, and maybe you'll get inspired.
土曜じゃないじゃん。12日。あれと概要を見た金曜ですね。金曜の夜からですね。15日の朝。
Yeah, and the Dragon Ball mini event was really exciting because Dragon Ball is one of our bigger series. We have a lot of runners for Dragon Ball.
気になるタイトルとかあったらね、ぜひ教えてくれるけど、ありがたいです。
There were so many awesome runs during that event. It was a smaller event. It wasn't as long as ASF plans to be, but it was still chock full of hype. So it'll be awesome to show that off to you guys and maybe catch you up on what you might have missed.
はい。そうですね。一応、今回のイベントの概要の説明の方、私、全然時間がございますので、させていただきます。今回からジャパニーズリストリームでは、アニメスピードランズフェスティバルの内容を公式でミラー配信させていただいております。アニメスピードランズフェスティバルはスピードゲーミングの Twitch チャンネルで配信されている RT イベントです。今回イベントの寄付先であるドローチェンジはアートを通じて学習の支援や学習の意欲向上を図り平和の活力を生み出すことを目的としている団体です。ドローチェンジの活動は、芸術医療などの活用し、その範囲はホームレスや貧困に直面している子どもたちにも提供していきたいというのを考えているとのことです。今回の寄付先ドローチェンジは直接寄付する形の用意ではなく、今回SF 主催のディビケイトさんを経由してまとめて寄付されるとのことです。もしですね、皆さんが寄付したいとお考えの方がいましたら、ぜひ検討してみてはいかがでしょうか。今回のイベントは12日の夜から15日の朝頃までね、中外問わず開催されておりますので、ぜひこれからお楽しみください。はい。
So it's like really one of the premier anime games just from the way it ties in with the series. So it's awesome to actually have it this year.
ということでね、まあ去年も ASF がありまして、今回も開催ということでね、長いゲームからなんかいろんなアニメのタイトルのゲームがあってね、気になるタイトルとかもあると思いますけど、ぜひね、ご覧になっていただけると嬉しいです。
Definitely. So yeah, that early 2000s like early anime vibe for like the Americas and stuff like that. It was pretty awesome. But yeah, it's going to be great to see the run this year.
And after that, we've got Kefka 14-san running Doraemon 3 Nobita no Machi SOS. This is a 64 game. Now, this is an interesting one because I didn't know there were any Doraemon 64 games until Kefka-san came around. Like,
そうですね。今、解説者いらっしゃらないタイトルが、13日の7つの大罪
So
と、
look
その
forward to
下の
this.
ソードアートオンラインのゾーン、
This
あ
has
とは
been
とある
shown
魔
before,
術
but
の
I've
イ
been
ンデック
I've
スの
been
方です
told
ね。
that, you know,
で
world
こ
record
ちら
is
の
very
方、
possible
まだ解
during
説
a
者の方い
marathon
らっし
for
ゃら
this
ないの
game.
で、
We never know what
まあ、
could
タイトル
happen.
も割と有名ですし、土曜日ということでね、ぜひ、
After that, we got Ifuro-san.
はい、
So Ifuro-san is
解
going to be
説してい
running
ただけるとあり
this
がたいなって
race.
思ってるんですけど、どうでしょうか。
Dr. Kanmi no Yabo. So now you're probably thinking, what did you just say? But basically, this is a game about a cute little pudding and her companion trying to go through and stop Dr. Kamni and find her family. And I don't want to.
そうですね。ワンピソデッセイは
Let's just
解説
say
いらっしゃって、
that,
そうですね。
this
ビ
is
ケ
a
イトさん
platformer
来て
I
くれる
wish
と
I
い
had
うことを、
before.
聞いておりますが、
I'm really
だ
glad
な
Ifuro-san,
んだ
who
ろう。
runs a ton of cute games, submitted might possibly be one of the cutest in his library of speedrun games yet. So please stop by and enjoy.
6時間あるから大丈夫なのかなっていう、そのなんかちょっと心配みたいな感じなあれですけど。
If you're it's what time is that? 4 Japanese standard, so it's like 3 a.m. But you can chug back some some energy drinks or veg out and enjoy a cute game and watch it be speedrun quickly. So then we've got another series that we've all been pressed to get, Inazuma 11, run by Miyazaki-san. So Miyazaki-san, again, someone who's been very active in the Inazuma 11 community, helping with fan translations and just routing and helping people get introduced to what's actually my personal favorite soccer series. If I had to pick I know that Captain Tsubasa and Blue Lock are always popular now and before, but yeah, I would say that Inazuma 11 is a great series to get into, and you don't want to miss this. It's going to be something that you probably haven't seen in a soccer game before, but it's got a lot of RPG elements to it, and the soccer battles themselves. I mean, you want to talk about flash and flare in a game, this game has it, especially with the shots, even the guards. Like, even when the soccer ball come forward and the characters will guard.
稲妻11の話されてますよ。サッカーゲーム。
Yeah, it's really cool to have sports-themed anime games. A lot of the time we don't really get those. So Inazuma 11, it's just a really cool series overall. So for it to have like an RPG-themed actual sports game, like that's a rare thing to see. So it's awesome that we get to have that shown off.
試合中に喋ることがない。試合中に喋ることがなく、サッカーゲームなのにみたいな。なるほど。
But this is the 15 card mod. This is the tournament style of the game. It's probably one of the most popular speedrun games. Maybe the most popular of this year and last. I don't really think I need to intro this game. If you don't know about 15 card mod, this is a great marathon to come into, because a lot of times during the events they might kind of skip over some of the rules and how it works, or this is a good intro, and you also get to watch one of the best players who finals in a lot of these tournaments, and one of Brazil's best. So again, we're happy to have him, and it's going to be awesome. Next up, we've got our first race of the events. This is going to be McNuggets versus Fujiya-san. So McNuggets-san and Fujiya-san have this rival in Dragon Ball Z Infinite World. Who's going to win? I don't know. Hey, let us know in chat. When you donate to the thing, throw some shade. Let us know who you think's going to lay the smackdown. I will tell you, there's going to be bragging rights till the end of time.
アニメ原作、そうですね。
There's going to be bragging rights. Okay, this is some serious stuff.
原作が アニメや漫画に基づいたゲームっていうのが正しいんかな。そんな感じでゲームがアニメになったとかだったらちょっと違うみたいな。そんな感じでしたっけ？ちょっとすみません。いや、ちゃんと分かってないな。ダメじゃん。わりかし。
Glitch-san here can tell you more
Yeah.
about
Yeah, like the thing about Infinite World is it kind of feels like one of the most volatile Budokai games. It's not really as easy as like some of the others, like Budokai 1 or 2, where you kind of just stick to the same combo and you're really overpowered. Infinite World, you're not super overpowered, but the enemies have really smart AI and a lot of HP.
でも、どうなんだろう。そうですよね。そうだと逆、わかんないから、ちょっとわかんないですけど。まあでも、なんか、おそらく原作がなんか、アニメだったりとか、で、その前後は、ちょっと、割と許容があるみたいな、そんな感じなんですかね。しょうがないですけど。G セイワの話はわかんないですけど。G セイワの話はわかんないんですけど、ちょっと。G セイワの話は、とりあえずアニメとゲームあったら OK みたいな、そんな感じだと思うんですけど、僕もそう思ってるんやけど。
We'll talk about it in a second, Sean, but this may be not only a world record, but a time that probably no one is going to be able to beat for a long time. Let's just say that we're probably going to have a backup run in this marathon.
そうですね。そうですね。はい。
How good the offline run was in practice. I don't want to spoil it.
はい。そうですね。今、オープニング中でして、今、注目のタイトルとか、ワールドレコード出そうなタイトルとか、そういったことをこう見ながらですね、スケジュール見ながらこう紹介されているオープニングタイトルですね。はい。ちょっとね、僕自身もね、こう、今回のスケジュール見て、知ってるタイトルめちゃめちゃ少ないというか、ほぼ知らんので皆さんのね、お力をお借りしたいと思うばかりでございます。そうですね、ソードアートオンラインって4作品入ってんじゃなかったですかね。そうですね、めちゃめちゃ多かった。いや、4つじゃないか。5つ結構入ってて、めっちゃあるな。あと、ワンピースも人気やなっていうのは。
Together as they crush Sailor Moon co-op. A really solid beat 'em up game. If you've never heard of the Sailor Moon beat up games, I don't know what you're doing. Actually, you need to just come watch this. They're some of the best beat 'em up games. No, like seriously, they're some of the best beat up games out there. Maybe Sailor Moon isn't your thing, but as far as games though, there's literally a history as just across the board, the Sailor Moon games are all pretty much ranked 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And then JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is right after that. He's going to be running Iggy, actually, of all characters. No spoilers what happens to Iggy, but maybe we'll get some vindication by watching the run.
そうですね。
Next up, we've got LD Speedruns and Nudsin-san doing Gear Senshu Dendo, and that is our second race of the marathon. Again, Gear Senshu Dendo, these two have pretty much come forward as the premier runners in this game. I don't know who's going to run. Both are OGs. LD-san is well known for going extremely hard, and I'm sure he's going to be wearing a special outfit to help power him up. But I heard rumors that Nudsin-san is not taking no prisoners and has been practicing to basically dethrone LD-san forever. Just a complete shout out. Again, very high praise. We like to create a little bit of tension. I might be rubbing salt a little bit, in there, but that's what we need. It's okay. Again,
はい、
You guys are doing
そう
these
です
donations for the
ね。
event.
これ
So
が、
everything's pinned.
10時頃までかな続くので、
Again, write a message, throw some shade, throw
結
some
構
hype.
もうちょい
It's
かな
all good
って
fun.
感じなんですけど、
It's all for a good cause. We're
あ
supporting Draw Change this
ー、
year.
なるほどね。
So every you know every amount you can give helps.
ゲームが、
And
ゲームからアニメにな
not
っ
just
た。
that, it just
ま
keeps
あ
the
そうで
hype.
すね。
So you've got
う
it may
ん、
not seem like much, but you want to get those runs in, especially if you want me to read messages or glitch
割
some to
と
read
ちゃんとし
messages
た
before these are coming
定
up.
義があってっていう感じな
Make
んで
sure
す
you
かね。
get those
で、
donations in with the comments. Next up, we're coming to a little bit of list. I'm going to go a little bit fast because we got so much to go over. We've got One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, run by Akira-san. Now, Akira-san is, I'm just going to say this, a hero of mine for running this game.
まあ
because
メディアミック
I
ス、そうですよ
rock
ね。メ
this
ディアミック
game
ス作品。あ、そ
as a
うね。う
speedrun.
ん。
Not because I didn't, it was impossible or
で
anything,
も、
just because it was
そ
really
うね。
hard. But I didn't think to do
う
the
ん。
history missions
割といろいろ、
And
確かに
the
ゲーム
history
原
missions,
作
though,
で、
basically
ゲーム
all
が
the
原
main
作で
story boss battles in this game,
アニ
which
メに
are
なっ
the
た
best
作品
parts
っ
of
て
the
結
game.
構、
Like,
そう言われた
I
ら
know one
あ
thing
るな。
doing this,
そう言われたらあるな。
is insane to me. And yeah, it's using his custom character. He gets to
なる
see
ほど
the
ね。
air combos, all the supers, all the crazy stuff that happens, and there is insane stuff that happens during these missions. Again, don't miss it. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be, nail biting. I can't recommend it enough. Then we've got another legend, Little Sharky-san, who's come into the community full force running Sword Art Online Hollow Realization. This is I want to say this is the first time that Hollow Realization has been in a marathon as well. Again, we really wanted to put, I know it's a lot of Sword Art Online, but it's for good reason, because
うんうん。
even if you're like, oh man, Sword Art Online is mid, blah, these games are really good. I remember sitting in the Discord just zoning out watching Hollow Realization and Fatal Bullet. Like, dude, this game is crazy. I didn't know anything about the series. I still don't know that much about Sword Art Online. I just know that these games are lit.
Yeah,
so
even if you're not like a huge fan of Sword Art Online, a lot of folks might think, oh, it's kind of entry level, it's a little bit simple, but like the games are really cool. They're really nice hack and slashes. It's always fun to have those types of anime games because the combat's really entertaining, really fluid. There's a lot of really cool skips and like out of bounds and glitches and stuff in the games. So it's just a fun watch, and it's a really cool run. So even if you're not huge on the anime, it's still great.
After that, we've got the ASF One Piece highlight reel. Again, we did 2 mini events last year, and the second one was the One Piece event, held on yours truly, Glitch-san's channel.
Yes,
and
sir.
Glitch-san was the driving force, along with a couple members, about making sure that we get every single One Piece game run this year. Like, it has to happen.
Yeah,
And we almost got there, and it was just such an awesome event. So we definitely have to highlight, especially if you missed out on it, because yeah, go ahead, Glitch-san.
Yeah, that event was one of our sleeper hits, in my opinion. The One Piece community for speedruns, despite the anime and the manga being one of the biggest in the world, the community is pretty small, pretty tight-knit, but we all came out, we slayed out for that event. So many hype moments and so many great games were showed off during that event that it's going to be really sweet to actually kind of go back over that for the folks who didn't get to see it.
And then after that, I guess I'll be running this game called One Piece Grand Coliseum. It's pretty good. It might just be my favorite One Piece fighting game. The community has just been absolutely amazing. There's monthly tournaments for this game. In Japan offline, there's a couple of members who get together. We literally have met up in the past with our DSs. I can't say enough good things about this fighting game, and full bias, you should watch this run. I'm just gonna say.
And a lot of folks have been asking, why don't we get like a One Piece Fighters, like, you know, Dragon Ball Fighters from Arc System Works? Little do they know, we kind of already have that with Grand Coliseum. It's made by the same developers as Dragon Ball Fighters, so it's really technical, really awesome, lots of characters from the One Piece series. And isn't that the same game that had crossplay with Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a really sick game, and we've been trying to show this one off for a very long time as well, so it's going to be great to see it this year.
Yeah. Next, we have Kazuya-san coming in with Bleach DS, The Blade of Fate. And this game is, I mean, the Bleach DS games, if you're going to talk about the original DS and fighting games, Bleach DS and Bleach DS Second. It's not a debate. I mean, you can try and make it a debate, but yeah, if there's a fighting game you want to watch, this is the one for DS. And it's a really fun arcade mode. The game has the silliest combo system.
やばい、言ってたけど、ブリーチの話されてて、DS のゲームでプレイされるみたいなこと言って、これなんかタイトル見て、本家の方のタイトル見て、結構日本語のタイトル多いんですけど、どうなんですかね、海外発売じゃないゲームってめちゃめちゃ多いんですかね、これ。単純な疑問なんですけど、海外未発売のゲームめっちゃあるんじゃない？
Big thanks to him for showing that off.
I think Kazuya-san is our most prolific runner. I think
so.
Has the most runs out of our events. But it's one of those things where it's like literally runs so much stuff that at some point you're like, I can't. At some point you can't deny someone. It's like, well, you run everything and you run everything like really well. So yeah, that's the trick right there. Just run everything really well if you want to get into
anime Speedruns の Twitter アカウントは可愛いです。
Run the anime games and run them really well. We don't care about being first place.
海外そうなんですね。
We care about is
はいはいはいはい。
commentary and just bringing something special.
そうなんだ、難しいんだやっぱりハードがね、やっぱ。
Speaking of bringing something
なるほどね。
Ikuta-chan is bringing Onegai My Melody, Yume no Kuni no Daiboken, and this is again, you gotta come in with the adorable cute games. This is the cutest little platformer we've ever seen, except I don't know, it's a horizontal platformer, it's also a vertical platformer, it's also a vertical platformer. You know what, there's just a lot of platforming in this game, and if you like that, this might be a game that you're going to pick up after you watch the run. So, please enjoy it. One of the sleeper hits, I think.
Yeah, すごい。
Then I'll be coming in with Kero Gunso after. I might be flustered or something. You just might watch. There might be some feet moving. Don't worry about it. After that, we have Adrian Proshka-san coming in with Dragon Ball Z.
走ってると日本語覚えられないから別の要素で。へえ。やっぱ難しいんやな。やっぱ難しいですよね、その辺ね。
Yeah, so in the Dragon Ball event, we had Toa, which is one of the innovators of the Budokai 3 speedrun. He was doing he was doing Vegeta's Z3 run. This time we have Goku's Z3 run, and Adrian is, like Toa, one of the greatest Budokai 3 runners of all time. He has grinded Z3 down to such a point of optimization that it's nearly impossible to beat his time. And the thing about Z3 is it's the hardest difficulty in the game. It is 3 levels above very hard. So it is one of the craziest runs that you'll see for a Dragon Ball game. It requires so much skill and knowledge of the game. Very frame-tight combo skills and abilities. It's just an amazing run. And we also get to see a lot of Super Saiyan 4 action. It's one of the only Budokai games that we really get to see Super Saiyan 4 in outside of Infinite World. So
そうですよね。日本語じゃなくて、英語で発売されてるゲームだったら、 なんとなくわかるかもしれないですよ。日本語だけとかだったら、やっぱこっちで言う英語だけで日本語未発売のゲームって結構あるじゃないですか。PC ゲームとか結構よくあって。でもそれってやっぱ英語だからなんとなくわかるけど、やっぱね英語話者の人からすると日本語難しいと思うからな。
PMC Trilogy Son coming in.
大変やろうなってすごいなんかもう本当。
I mean, we've been trying to have PMC Trilogy on at our event for a while, and he's coming in, of course, with G Savior. Now, G Savior is going to be an interesting one because this game is the definition of fast robots, like fast gliding robots. It's going to be something pretty special, I think, when it comes like whatever you're thinking right now in your head of like, oh yeah, I know what this game's gonna be. It's just gonna be robots shooting and blasting, and that nope. It's gonna be something so much more. Don't miss it. I'm not gonna do any spoilers. This game is worth a watch at least once in your life. Make sure to tune in. Don't miss this one. Then we've got Norishige-san, the legend, one of the, I would say, most popular speedrunners in Japan, especially when it comes to Sailor Moon and anime games. You want to talk about someone that grinds a game to like a fine dust and just perfects it. Norishige-san has been instrumental in the speedrun community for getting Shoujo Senshi Sailor Moon, the Super Famicom, down to a science. If there's, I don't have another word. It's just science, and you need to watch it. And his current game is Ghost Sweeper Mikami's Jorashi wa Nice Body, and that game is just another.
面白かった今の。
The difference is that
そうやな。
a lot of really tight movement in the game and incredibly detailed visuals.
ちょっと面白かった。申し訳ねえけど。
Gem. There's a lot of these these platform gems on the Super Famicom that just don't get the viewing that it needs, either because they weren't released outside of Japan, or there were just so many games coming out that because it was an anime game, it might have got slept on. This is a fantastic game. We're so happy to have this in the marathon. Then after that, there might be this runner named Chrome-san, who's going to be running Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin. So, yes, we've had Attack on Titan in the marathon, but the strategies have been changed in a way that the time has dropped greatly, and this is another one that I think might be potential world record.
Yeah, definitely. And shout out to Izzy for showing off Attack on Titan at the last ASF, and she's actually going to be showing it off with Chrome this time on commentary. So it's going to be great to have a returning face, as well as just the new strats being showed off by Chrome-san. Attack on Titan is at a really large point of hype right now with the last special coming out soon. So it's going to be really cool to actually, relive some of the series through the game.
After that, we've got Kono Subarashi Sekai ni Shikufuku o Fukatsu no Beldia, run by Edward-san. Kono Subarashi is a series that I have just discovered has games of every genre, and this is a game that plays like a
ちょっとなんか端々からね、流れてくるから流暢な日本語めっちゃ面白いな。
This also, I think, if I had to pick like most really hype, like this one was really hype. We were like 5 seconds into this one. We're like, whoa, this game is crazy.
Yeah, this game honestly blew me away with how cool it was, and also the fact that it is an official game.
急に聞き取れちゃうというかなんか聞いたことあるなってありますよ。
It actually was like a bonus feature for, I think, one of the DVDs or something like that. Something to where you basically got this game for purchasing another piece of media for Konosuba, but it's really awesome. It's great to see that.
Yeah, someone let us know how to get this game like in hard copy, because this is on my list of things to play.
Yeah, like, it looks great, honestly. I'm excited to see it.
Then we have a final race of the marathon. This is the Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, with Makwing-san, Ananan-san, and Main 97-san all racing at the same time. Now, we have a special thing with this run. So, if we meet our goal of $1,000 on the Made Speed Gaming channel, this run is going to turn into a first time for this event, a true percent, meaning that they will have to beat the one more time. And that version of the Elite Four is much, much harder. It's never been done in an event before.
円盤のおまけゲーム。
This run already
円盤のおまけゲーム。
It's just got that much extra juice ready to go. So if you want to see it, make sure to get those donations in. Make sure to make this thing even more hype than it already is.
Yeah, and I think this is the first time we've actually gotten Pokemon at ASF as well, and what better run to have than Fire Red and Leaf Green, the new edition of Gen 1.
そうですね、今回本家はスピードゲーミング
Round 2 for the Elite Four is crazy. So, yeah, definitely get those donations in, because we really want to see that run.
Next up, we're going to have a special guest, and this time is Jens J-san, and Jens J-san is going to be running a game that is actually going to be the first and the last time you will ever see this game run in your life. If you miss it, I don't know what to say. You'll have to catch it on VOD, but it is Data Live Spirit Pledge HD. This game is closing on May 20th. And we are very big on game preservation. So, and just making sure that we highlight all the people we're putting, even if it's a phone game, even it doesn't matter. And the fact that the timing worked out and we get to have this shown out in the marathon is a huge deal. I think it's going to be a treat, and it's going to be preserving history. So we all get to preserve and watch some cool history be made at the same time together. So big shout outs to the Data Live community. I can't say enough thank yous, and this run is going to be hype. And the last run of the marathon will be a little discussion, and then we'll be going right into Super Dragon Ball Z, the Z Survivor, which will be run by Maka King 14-san. And this is going to be something that chat directly has impact in. So if you want to see your character run, make sure when this run comes on to spam that name in chat as hard as you can, because we're going to tally up those votes, and that will be the characters that will be run. And we're going to pick up to, I think we just set on 7 of them. I'm going to check on that one more time, but it's a certain amount of characters, and if you don't know anything about the game, we'll post the list a little bit later when the run's about to come on, and during the discussion block, everyone can spam who they think they want to see run. Maybe you want to see Krillin, maybe you want to see Cell, 17. And when this comes on again, I'll try and get everyone hyped up. But any character could get world record in this, so just pick your favorite. Just pick your favorite Dragon Ball Z character that's in the game.
Yeah, personally, I want some Chi-Chi action, because you don't really get to see Chi-Chi in very many Dragon Ball games, and I've heard that she is very good in Super Dragon Ball Z. Also, just in general, Super Dragon Ball Z is very slept on. A lot of people kind of don't really remember this one, in the States especially, because it kind of came out under the radar, but it's an arcade-style fighter that is extremely technical and is just really unique in the way that it plays and the way that it combos, so I'm really hyped to see this run.
Yeah. yeah, I think then that's it. That's gonna be. We'll have a little closing, a little notepad %, and maybe Chat GPT will come in and do something. Who knows? So if you have any questions, if you're interested at all, be sure to reach out to any of the admins in chat. I definitely suggest coming to join the Discord if you can. This is seriously going to be our biggest, most hype event yet. We cannot wait to get started. And I'm going to get off the screen here. I will just say, again, we are supporting Draw Change. So this is your chance to get donations in. This organization directly impacts children's lives. They go directly to neighborhoods where there might not be access to a classroom or tools, and they'll make sure that those children are able to have their creative outlet by drawing, by doing the arts and crafts. And I think as gamers, as a gaming community, we don't lean enough toward the creative arts when we ourselves are creative art. Like, I look at gaming as an art, and speedrunning especially is like pushing that art to its limit. And so I just can't imagine like my life without drawing and creative outlets. So, even if it's $5, it goes a long way toward making sure those children are able to get access. And every penny at this organization goes directly to getting, crayons, to pencils, to ink, to paper, making sure that they get the travel to go to the bus. It's not a giant organization. Every dollar is spent. They don't have, I think there's like 4 or 5 staff in total. And we're actually going to be joined later tomorrow by Jeannie-san, who's the organizer for the whole, the owner of the whole organization. And she'll be, giving everyone, the rundown of what the organization does, exactly how your money will help, and actually going to be live answering questions at the end if you have them. So again, this ASF, we just have a really close relationship with everyone who's not only in this marathon, but just the people we're supporting. We're really taking a stance on that. And if you have a selfish reason to donate, if you donate $5, you're eligible to get a code that was provided by Bandai of several games. I have the list here. I will say, I just want to have a disclaimer. Those codes, the codes that we're giving out for this event, you do need an American account in order to redeem them. So, Lishan, did you have the list of those by chance?
I believe they should be in our DMs, right?
Here, I have them right now.
Yeah.
So it is Dragon Ball Z: The Breakers for PS4. It's One Piece Odyssey Deluxe Edition.
とりあえず先ほどされてた話は多分、ですね、寄付先のお話ですね。なんとなく、そうですね。ドローチェンジのお話がされてて、で、アートを通じてね、学習の支援や向上を図る、ね、団体に、寄付しますよっていうお話をしてたのかな。
If you have to donate at least $5, but if you donate $5, you're in the running to get those codes. Thank you again to Bandai for providing those. And I'm going to go ahead and get off of here because it is now time to start the marathon in the first one. Let's get hype. Glitch-san, any last things to say before I over?
Well, I just want to say thanks for giving us the intro, Dave. It's been very exciting. I'm just looking forward to all the runs in this event. We have upwards of 32 runners this year, and we're starting off with a bang with Odyssey. I'm going to be on commentary with Wody, and we're going to kind of compare the old route that we all started with versus the new route that he came up with. So it's going to be a great time, and we can't wait to show it off for you guys.
All right, let's start the marathon. By the way, I do want to say, if you're looking to watch the marathon, you can go to the Japanese restream. That's Japanese_restream to watch the marathon in Japanese. I'll actually be doing commentary for One Piece over there in just a second. If you speak Portuguese and you would like to listen to your normal English, you can go head over to twitch.tv/brat. That's BRAT, and watch the marathon in Portuguese. And if you speak Spanish, Espanol, you can go to twitch.tv/speedruns Espanol and watch the marathon in Spanish. So we've got the triple restreams going on. We've got great commentators on all sides. Feel free to watch it in your first language if you want. Feel free to have both streams open. There's a lot going on. There's not enough time for me to share all the information, but I'll be coming back out. But for the time now, this is the last you'll see my talking head. I'm going to get my mug out of here, and we'll get started with One Piece right now. Thank you all. Give us a few minutes, and we'll be right back with the first run of Anime Speedruns Festival 2023. I can't believe it's finally here. Let's go!
Let's go. All right, thank you, Dave. We'll be right back with Odyssey in just a moment. Stay tuned.
The Bobobo series, it would just be that it is insanely
なるほど。
in the best way possible.
はい。ということでね、始まるようです。
Alright, this one we are trying to basically... I don't want to spoil it.
はい。
2, 1, let's go. Yeah. You didn't notice that at first, did you? Yes. You are blowing air into straws, push Danbachi over the edge, and yes, sometimes the air is it's going in his butt. It's really strange. This one also, this is probably one of the few mini games where you have to be very precise with your movements. So alright, good job. Fail pass.
あとタイトルですね。次の最初のね、はい、ワンピースをですよね。よいしょ。はい。
Alright, we are coming up on the last set of minigames. The Bobobo series, it would just be that it is insane.
Yeah. Oh man, that's stuff that even I don't know.
I think it only works with the one. I think the stage has its own inherent ability. So like if you have Ironheart Season, you go in that stage, you have twice the health stream.
Yeah, this is the final fight, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this is the final fight.
Okay, so we're gonna be coming up on time at the end of this fight, the final hit of Kid Buu. So we'll let you know. But yeah, Kid Buu himself is pretty trash. So far we've gone without deaths.
はじめの一番最初にね、当てられるゲームがワンピースをです。カテゴリー 2% の DLC となっております。ですね、ここからね、6時間6時間あるんで、はい。ね、無理をなさらないような形でご覧になっていただけるとありがたいですけど、ということなんですけど、待機画面がね、すごい面白いんですけど。そうなんですよね。6時間あるらしくて、ちょっとね、難しいなって方はね。いや、そんなことはございません。ですね。
DBK is. I'm off hosting right now.
Just making sure.
Yep.
Look at this guy.
そうですね。はい。長旅になりますのでね。長旅になりますんで。ぜひですね、無理をなさらない形で見てもらえるとありがたいのと、あとはですね、まだね、あれですね、解説 者がいらっしゃらないタイトルたくさんありますんで、ぜひですね、興味がある、喋れるなっていうのがあればですね、ぜひ、されたら応募していただけるととってもありがたいです。はい。長いのでね。
Okay, we are playing some Dragon Ball. But other than that, then we're not playing.
Alrighty then. Oh.
Okay, Haru-san.
はい。
頑張ってください。
最大限の努力をします。俺の責務を全うします。お、来ましたね。
ドラゴンボール、じゃあ、ワンピースオデッセイがね、予定時間がね、
Please call me Haru. So I play
予定時間がね、6時間ある。
日の神クロニコ。そう、ジャパニーズで、鬼滅の刃、日の神クロニクル。日の神血風譚。そう。
なんかね、すごいね、凝ってるよね。はい。
This story
前回のやつですね。
from this prologue to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so beat lower demon 5 Louis so final duty is end soよろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
これはもうそのまま。So, may I start speedrun?
Yes, 大丈夫です。
OK。
応援します。
よーし、頑張るぞ。じゃあ。So I start countdown 5 count. じゃあ行きます。5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So at first, this practice. So how to battle and fast guard and attack hold and quick step. Next power attack waterfall machine and flip. So next Surge and 来てるね。そう。Chase that. No. Okay. ダメ。No.
This tutorial is a little difficult because the AI actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the weird thing about this tutorial, at least from what I've seen, is the AI is actually playing on a difficulty, so it's like, I think it's the lowest difficulty or something, instead of just in most tutorials where they just kind of let you do it.
Nice.
That was pretty solid.
Yeah, the jump cut threw him off, but that was about it. Haru-san's doing pretty good. This one, Haru-san's doing the standard bread and butter, the combo that you want to do with.
Okay.
It includes the waterfall combo in there.
Quick time bend.
So just to go on to this now, because it's probably going to be played later on, Tanjiro's water styles have very unique mechanics to them that are kind of abusive in this game in general. For example, there's going to be a fight later on in the game where you can actually use stuff like water wheel and such to break out of things that you wouldn't think you would normally be able to break out of.
Okay.
Oh, did he fail the last QT on purpose?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't even know.
It's not mandatory.
Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know. There's a lot of QTs on bosses in this game, but that's one thing. Both myself and Mike Solson. By the way, I'm DBK if you didn't recognize my voice, and Mike Solson. Yeah, and we both routed this game a lot when it first came out. Mike Sol in particular did a ton of routing for it, and I did
less routing and more breaking of the game. But yeah.
But I don't know about too many of the cutscenes. I've been playing this game more online versus lately, but because I was a pretty active community. But as far as like the tricks, I'm really interested to see what Haru-san does because I have not watched this run recently. So we're probably going to see a lot of new tech.
A lot of this will be new to me too, because like I've kind of